We're back again, and today we're going to be talking about that infamous objection of cost. Alex, your proposition is just too expensive, I can't afford it, it's not the right time, whatever the case is. The focus today is going to be cost. So how do we tackle it? And I often like to start with trying to put myself in the position of that CFO, that finance controller, the person who's just looking at the numbers. And what they want to see is, I'm going to make this investment and what's the return? What's the ROI? What's the return on my investment here? So when you think about it through that lens and then you look at responding to that decision maker when they say it's cost, the immediate thing that's always going to come back to me is to realize that actually I've not created enough value through my sales process for them to feel that they've got a meaningful return on their money. So it means that I need to take a step back. I need to understand, how does that person or that company measure success? As they get to the end of 2020, what are the key measurements and the key quantifiable metrics that they're going to look back at to say, we've either been successful or we've grown at the rate that we want to grow at, or we've got a great customer satisfaction rate. You need to understand, what are the metrics that matter? What are the metrics that count to that organization? And you need to find a way to connect your proposition to those core metrics. And it allows you to hold the company accountable to that, especially if you've done it early in your sales process. If they've said to you, hey, my number one objective this year is we want to make £100,000 in profit, you've got to work out how your proposition connects with that and aligns to that. And so when it comes to the decision-making process and they say, hey, yours is too expensive, you want to be able to show that actually the investment that they're going to make is going to drive them closer to their own corporate objectives, but also that in some way you're driving so much more value than it's going to cost them. And value can be attributed in many different ways. We've touched on this in previous videos. It could be customer satisfaction, it could be revenue, it could be staff retention, but always find a way to make it quantifiable so you can put data and facts in front of that decision maker and make it much more straightforward to put a business case forward that's going to get through every channel and every layer within the company. So next time you're going into any sales cycle, put yourself in the CFO or the finance controller's seat. Think about how they would be thinking about the transaction and make sure that you prioritize a return on investment, and ultimately that will make the whole process much more seamless. I hope that helps. Stay grinding.